How's it going, everybody? So this is a little review of my Checkmate lawn striping kit. This is on a Badboy ZT Elite with a 54-inch deck, and it's got the Kohler 7000 series engine in it. I like the stripes that it left, but I did have one problem, and that was I have a ditch at the bottom of my hill right next to the road, and I go through the ditch. I went down in the ditch and then come out of the ditch, and this thing came up and it hit the back portion of the mower here and wouldn't let the mower basically get traction, and it took the rear tires off the ground and I got stuck. So today I'm going to fix that, hopefully, and this is the way it's hooked up, and this is the way that the instructions tell you to mount it. I had to drill these holes out a little bit to get the bolts in, mounted on both sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these brackets here and I'm going to make new ones and make them longer. It's like 3 inches. So hopefully this thing can come up past this and won't get stuck anymore. So that's the only problem I've had with this so far. And this is, I mowed the grass once with it and it worked great. The stripes, I got pictures and a video I can leave in this and show you the stripes it left the first time I used it. So I'm going to try this, try to modify this to make it longer, and then it should be absolutely perfect, no problems at that point. So just bear with me and I'll see what I did was I went to Tractor Supply and just got some metal stock that they had in their welding metal cutting section. This is only 1.5 inches wide by 36 inches, 3/8 inch thick metal. So I'm going to just try to make new brackets here. Just make these same brackets, but I'm just going to make them longer so that way it can just stick out a little bit further. I mean, it's on a hinge, so the length, the distance shouldn't matter. It's just you're going to be more careful trying to make turns up against like sidewalks or gardens or something. It's going to stick out a little bit further. So you kind of have to make a little bit of a wider turn so that way you don't take out, bend the brackets or anything like that. So you just gotta be a little bit more careful with it. But let's see how this goes. So I have the original brackets off of the mower now. So all I did was I took a measurement, picked the Checkmate thing up, and compared it and measured it and see how much more room I needed. It was about 3 inches, so I marked it here for the original, and then added 3 inches to it. So I'm going to mark this hole here, and then after I get done, I'll mark these two from the bottom so they're evenly spaced where they're supposed to be. Okay, so I measured it out and cut it off, and then I've started grinding these edges around, trying to shape it. I marked it, using the original bracket piece, and then also came down here and marked these holes so that it lines up. Just like I said, it's only 3 inches longer. That's all we're doing. Okay, I got my drill press set up. I got a 1/2 inch drill bit locked in, and I'm going to drill my holes now. Make sure to lubricate the drill bit a little bit. Okay, now I got one done, but one more to go. So what I'm going to do, same thing, put this in the vise and mark it, and then cut the end and drill the hole. All I'm doing is just lining up the original bracket, and then I'm going to cut around these edges and mark the holes, and then I'll slide it down to the bottom like this. Make sure it's even here, and then mark these two holes. Got it all marked out. Got the edges marked. So I'm gonna cut these edges off, and then the bottom hole is marked as well. I'm gonna start. All I'm using is I got a battery operated DeWalt grinder. It's not perfect. It takes a lot. It takes like 3 batteries to cut and do all this stuff, but it's working okay. Okay, I got them both done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change over to a sanding disc on my grinder, and then I'm going to clean these both up and paint them. I got my sanding disc on, and now I'm going to clean up these edges and get this ready for paint. This disc and everything I've used today is available at Tractor Supply or Home Depot, whatever you need. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got them all cleaned up, deburred, edges smooth, ready for paint. But I did come across one problem, and that is the bolts that go into these holes are exactly 1/2 inch. So you're going to need a little bit bigger than a 1/2 inch drill bit to get into these holes and make them big enough. Now, the biggest drill bit I have is a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to have to do a little finagling and make these holes a little bit bigger. All right, so drill the holes out a little bit bigger, both pieces, re-sanded them down, got all the burrs off. Now we're officially ready for paint. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the first coat on. All I'm using is just basically some Rust-Oleum, flat black, you know, paint and primer stuff, just so it won't rust. Just make sure it's covered evenly. All right, good to go. Here's our finished product. Not perfect by any means. Here's the original. Just a little bit longer, like we're supposed to. 3 inches longer. Like I said, I'm not a professional, guys, so don't beat me up too bad in the comments. But let's go install them. All right, guys, here's the finished product. Got it all installed, ready to go. Here's the original. As you can see, just goes on. Just a little bit longer version. All I did is extend it 3 inches on both sides. All in all, I'd say this project took probably 2 hours, you know, minus the paint drying time and everything else. Show the other side too. Now, I don't know if anybody else had the same problem I did or not, but this is just something I did on mine. You didn't have to do it. You know what I mean? As you can see, now it comes up past the rear part of the mower, so that way I won't get high centered on it anymore. So I'll mow the lawn with it again, and we'll see how it does. Okay guys, I'm down here in the ditch, and this is where I got stuck exactly last time. And as you can see, the modifications that we made allowed me to go traverse the ditch without a problem. Like I said last time, the roller came up and hit the bottom down here, and I got high centered in the bottom. I couldn't get out. So just extending these 3 inches helped a big difference. Okay guys, here we are a week later. After waiting a week to mow the grass. So this thing worked absolutely great this time. I didn't get stuck in the ditch down there once at all. So I go down in the ditch, come back out on the road, and turn around, come back up, and didn't have a single problem. So here you can see the stripes it leaves. This is like I said, it's the Big League Lawns Checkmate lawn stripe roller. It's pretty expensive, but I think it's worth it. Look, it does a great job, as you can see. So, all right, you guys have any questions? Please put them in the comments below. Maybe I can answer them. Other than that, thanks for watching. Have a good day.